In a 3-year span, the Cincinnati Bengals have gone from being the worst team in football to being on the verge of their first ever Super Bowl title. With bringing in new head coach Zach Taylor and drafting LSU's Joe Burrow, along with a ton of other players through draft and free agency, the culture, attitude, and mentality of this Bengals team has been something that myself as a Bengals fan has never ever seen before. It was no secret that people all around the country, including me, didn't even think that the Bengals would make the playoffs, let alone getting a single playoff win. But this extremely young Bengals team has truly exceeded all expectations. The last time we've seen a Bengals team look this good was 33 years ago in the 1988 season. After coming off a strike-shortened season, going 4-11 in 1987, Cincinnati, led by head coach Sam Weish and quarterback Boomer Esiason, looked to make a big rebound. And that, they did. They would tie off the Buffalo Bills and Chicago Bears to have the best record in the NFL by going 12-4. While having the number one offense in the NFL, Cincinnati was undefeated at home while going on to secure home field advantage all throughout the playoffs. Esiason, of course, led the way, throwing for just over 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, and being the top-rated quarterback with a 97.4 passer rating, which also helped him win MVP. This Bengals team was far from a one-man show, however. Under the innovative, hurry-up West Coast offense, Cincinnati would have a total of 6 Pro Bowlers on one side of the ball, with Esiason, running back James Brooks, wide receiver Eddie Brown, tight end Rodney Holman, left tackle Anthony Munoz, who actually won Lineman of the Year too, and right guard Max Montoya. The defense also gave another 3 Pro Bowlers, with nose tackle Tim Krumrie, corner Eric Thomas, and safety David Folger. Despite James Brooks making the Pro Bowl, the leading rusher on this team, however, would be rookie running back Ickey Woods while rushing for 1,066 yards and 15 touchdowns. His famous Ickey Shuffle dance would unfortunately outlast his NFL career. Eddie Brown, of course, was the number one target with 53 catches for over 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 24 yards a catch. Around the NFL at this time, it would be quarterback Dan Marino who was the passing leader, throwing for over 4,400 yards. Eric Dickerson was the leading rusher with over 1,600 yards and 14 touchdowns. Henry Eller was the league's leading receiver with 86 catches, 1,400 yards, and 10 touchdowns, and Mike Singletary of the Chicago Bears was Defensive Player of the Year. Going into the playoffs at the number 1 seed in the AFC, Cincinnati faced the Seattle Seahawks in a divisional round who was in the AFC West during this time. Esiason didn't do much, but having over 250 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns on offense and 2 interceptions and fumble recoveries on defense was more than enough to put Seattle away. In the AFC Championship, the Bengals now faced a Buffalo Bills team whom they had already beaten in the regular season 35-21, and in the championship game, the result was no different. Cincinnati's defense forced 3 interceptions and gave up just 45 yards rushing and 136 passing yards, giving Hall of Famers Thurman Thomas and Jim Kelly one of their worst performances as the Bengals went on to win 21-10. Now in Super Bowl 23, Cincinnati met the Joe Montana San Francisco 49ers for the second time in a decade. Head and shoulders above the Bills and Seahawks, with Joe Cool at the helm, the 49ers were already proven winners. Montana was already a 2-time Super Bowl champion at the time. The Super Bowl, however, was a very close game throughout, with the Bengals taking a 16-13 lead with less than 4 minutes remaining. This unfortunately proved to be too much time given to Joe Montana, as he took the 49ers all the way down the field to throw the game-winning touchdown pass to John Taylor to win 20-16. He threw for 357 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win. When you look at the current Cincinnati Bengals roster, there were only 3 players alive during the time of Super Bowl 23. Long snapper Clark Harris, who was 4 years old, punter Kevin Hubert, who was 3 years old, and tackle Riley Reef, who was literally born a month before the last Super Bowl. All in all, the Cincinnati Bengals have overcome all odds to get their first Super Bowl in 33 years after many people saw them winning no more than 7 games this season. They now face a star-studded Los Angeles Rams team who will look to get their first Super Bowl title in over 20 years. Who do you have winning? Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, like and comment whether or not you think the Cincinnati Bengals can pull off another upset and what the future of this team looks like after Super Bowl 56. And if you like me, subscribe.